I don't live here. Tell me where things are.
Explore. Go spelunking.
That's an actual term. Spelunking?
I know it's an actual term. I'm not saying it.
Oh, yeah. Dangerous. Can you not hold it like that? That's not OSHA safe. Is this recording?
Yeah, so now
Happy birthday, Olivia's first weed brownie.
Yeah.
There's no weed.
Do you like it? Is it good?
There's no weed.
What does it taste like?
It tastes like brownie.
Wow, that's good.
I don't watch anime.
Oh my god. They have a very Japanese Daphne and Velma vibe. You know,
What are you getting this Daphne and Velma from them?
because one of them has glasses. This
So
one has-
every lesbian who wears glasses is Velma?
Yeah. Fuck.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I opened it properly.
What's that? Oh, good. Who's in there?
It's
She's like I think she's like a rainbow.
You just dropped us one of the freaking Infinity Stones. Like,
You gave us one of the Infinity Stones. This is like an ongoing theme in Monoceros, is us finding these things.
Yeah, now you have
So
one.
which stone is this? What power does this hold?
What are the names?
So we have the time stone. What was the other one?
I would say that we should attribute the powers of 444 to it.
we're like, what, 4 out of 6? Or did we give one of them away? I don't even remember. What's the bit? What's the lore?
There was the stone that I licked, and that one like makes you see like the future, or like it makes you see people for who they are. And then there was the purple one, which is like the power stone, and that made Chris turn evil. And then there was like the time travel stone, where we teleported to your new office. And then this is the angel stone. This is what's gonna fight the evil out of Chris. Okay?
Oh, so we got a touch on his forehead, and then he's got to scream, and
Yeah.
Possibly.
another Infinity Stone. You're just. How did you collect 2?
This is the chocolate almond stone.
What is the power of this one?
To be delicious.
Lots of soap.
Do you work at the Santa workout shop?
I used to be an elf. Yeah.
Used to be.
I mean,
Look at those eager lobes. Check out those lobes. So this is my OTP. No. Hey, no.
There's only one person there.
You're almost done. Oh,
Okay, you gotta get all done, okay?
It's for laughs.
Mama, you see the shirt?
I'm gonna fucking cry. What? Oh my god, that is so cool. That is so cool. That's yours?
that
Not anymore.
that reaction is what I.
Oh yes. Oh, this is a good one.
Okay. So like this is all I've ever needed. Yeah, I can die happy now. We're good.
Gotta make the good times last.
So basically, what we're going to be talking about today is a retelling of Sweet Liv's birthday, her 23rd birthday.
Unfortunately, we did not have the camera with us.
Unfortunately, the camera fell behind the toilet at Mark's work warehouse. You would say they don't have a public bathroom. How did you get in? And I would say, I know Mark personally, so I was allowed.
It all started with me coming with the idea of going back to Granville Island because I've had my birthday there a couple times and we've had tons of fun doing like the improv show, feeding pigeons, drinking tea, going into the park and seeing Santa.
Seeing Santa was one of the really good times that we had.
Anyway, chose to have my birthday at Granville Island. And you know Airbnb? Well, you can rent boats. And I rented a boat. We were on the boat, having a good time. Like it was undocked. It was untied from the shore. We were like in the water, okay?
It was unhinged.
What is the part of the ship called where it's like the captain? That's where they would like hang out and drive or whatever.
The captain.
Captain's quarters. Yeah. So I went there.
The mast.
The mast.
Is that what it's called?
No. The mast is the
boat.
So I go into the back room, and I'm expecting it to be empty, and there's literally a guy in there, and he's like, "This is a mutiny! I'm taking over your boat!" And like,
Yeah, that was scary.
It was terrifying, and like he's I guess he didn't realize that we were also on the boat. Like, I guess he was just planning to steal it.
You didn't realize it was your birthday, and that was really rude of him.
It sure was.
It was scary. He had a gun, but he had like a dolphin on it. I remember there's a dolphin on the gun. I was looking at the gun. I paid special attention to that gun. Sorry, we didn't even say who else was there.
Oh my god. Okay.
So
okay.
who did you invite on this day trip?
Boat
trip.
I invited myself, Elliot, Jake, Aries, and Chris. Like the Monoceros gang. Like,
The five.
Who else would I invite?
The Fab Five.
You know, 5 guys, 1 whale.
So we're there with our 5 guys.
Yeah, 5 guys. We're on the 1 whale. Well, there was the guy with the whale gun. I mean, they're not really whales. So yeah,
Not at all.
and it was like, it's a mutiny, and it was scary because I'd never seen like a gun that big before in my life. And the captain, he dove overboard. He was gone. No captain.
That's sort of against the rules of captainhood.
Yeah, you're supposed to go down to your
It's
ship.
sort of you have to, if there's a mutiny, you gotta go down on him.
Yeah, you gotta go down on the guy. And he did not go
And
down
he
on the guy.
didn't.
He did not go unhinged like he should have. I mean, it was a pretty
His jaw.
unhinged night. So yeah, he dove off the overboard. After that, it was a little bit hazy for me. I was vomiting.
You vomited.
Yeah, so the guy who took over the
It's
ship, he started driving like full speed. Like we were like probably in the boat for like a good like 3 hours. This guy had been just
Yeah,
driving
he was just like
through the
going.
ocean.
Like we just stood by. I was vomiting.
It's
Well, we
interesting.
thought we were gonna die,
I
so
mean,
obviously we're not gonna do
It's interesting.
anything.
It was one guy and he had one dolphin gun. You were eating all those cobs of corn.
I was. That's probably why I vomited. It was yellow.
There was and corn doesn't digest, so they were the kernels.
I thought about just vomiting on the guy. And then he just ate all of our hummus. And I was so upset by that. I was too busy on the corn. I didn't
Literally,
eat the hummus.
we would have not. There is no way in hell that if we're on the boat and you're barfing up corn vomit, none of us would have eaten the hummus. It's fine.
Hey, that kind of like set the tone for the rest of the night when I vomited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were also drinking alkaline water, like with a spritz of lemon, because Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of her podcasts.
She was on Joe Rogan, right?
Yeah, she was on Joe Rogan. I'm not really a fan of him, but you know, I listen to Baltra's.
Whenever she's on.
Yeah, whatever Baltra's on. I'm trying to cleanse my aura.
Yeah.
I mean, I had eaten a lot
like-
of corn that
like-
night.
The boat eventually did dock on an island. It was really dark. There was no lights. Like I'm pretty sure it's like it looked like an uninhabited island, but it was habited.
And
Okay.
it was inhabited.
There was a habitation.
These guys, they come marching out. Like we see these little, like tiny little lights in the distance. And they come coming out. They're holding these candles. These like phallic candles
Yeah,
that they're holding.
they were gross.
And they're like wearing robes and stuff. Like straight out of like a horror movie, like with like the cult type.
Very Wicker Man.
I was still sick. So everything else was sort of a blur.
Yeah, you were in a haze.
There was something with Aries, right?
Yeah, so the reason why this guy was wanting hostages, he wanted to bring people to this island because these cultist people are actually cannibals. They wanted
Yeah, sickos.
to recruit people to eat.
Yeah, they're just assholes.
However, they can only eat one person a night, so we had to choose who we were going to sacrifice first. And I mean, obviously we're going to pick Aries.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, he was... Anyway, yeah, we chose Aries, I guess. I was still out of it. I was still sick. And it was too dark. I just saw... It was like black, and I saw the people with the candles, and I was like, dude, those look like cocks. And I was like,
When did you get the Spider-Man guitar?
I thrifted that.
that night. It was before we got on the boat. There was
By
the one
Spider-Man.
time he used it in battle.
Do you want to grab it just so people don't think
Yeah.
we're lying?
Yep. Yeah.
See, I thrifted this that night.
Yeah, that night.
Where were we? Yeah, immediately we just chose Aries.
We were all masked, by the way.
Yeah, we were all really responsible, and that's what made Jake's barfing fiasco that much grosser because he refused to take off his mask. Like, you were barfing overboard, but then it was just going back on, like, into your shirt.
They took Aries away. The four of us, we were just left on the dock. That being said, none of us knew how to pilot a boat, right? None of us were, like, boat captains, so, like, it's not like we could drive back.
This scientist comes out of the bushes. He was wearing a lab coat, but like definitely no pants. Like this guy, he was like totally naked underneath.
Yeah, we saw his leg hair. He also had tattoos on his legs. He had like a little snake, and I was like, that's a Satanist.
Our newest creation. Mother of God, Chauncey.
He was trying to tell us that he could save our friend. Yeah, and so the scientist is like, yeah, no worries. I work with the cannibalists, the cultists, the cannibalists, and every victim that they kill, I do take DNA samples, stem cell samples, any organs they don't eat, like I donate. He's very, very ethical in what he does.
Yeah.
Didn't he tell us that he took commissions?
Yeah, he took commissions.
Like,
he has got an Etsy.
A Redbubble as well.
Yeah, you can find him on Kijiji. Yeah, you can find his Pinterest. He's got like the pictures.
He's got a Pinterest, but he doesn't sell anything on there because that's not what the program's for.
But he's got pictures on there. He pins.
But we'll put some like pictures here.
He's also got a DeviantArt, but you don't want to look at that.
Do not go to his DeviantArt. It's a lot of inflation.
He was telling us that he actually took some of Ares' stem cells before they ate him.
Yeah, like when he was being taken away, he was just like he pulled out his stem cells out of his.
He took his.
And the scientist was telling us that with the stem cells, he knows a way of like instant clonification of people.
Yeah.
And so he was like, yeah, no problem. Yeah, I can clone Ares like that. You'll have your friend back, and you know what? It'll be like he never died because you'll have literally all of the memories up until now of like his life and everything.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty groundbreaking.
So we go to his lab, and he's like, yep, I'm gonna start building Ares in this other room here, but you guys can't go in there. Okay, you can't like go in and see your friend just yet because he's still incubating.
Yeah.
And then we realized what was really going on behind the scenes with that guy and how shady and kind of like not okay with the whole clonification thing. The first couple weeks of clonification, when you clone a person, they're extremely feral. Like they're not quite themselves yet. Groundbreaking, but if we went in there, he'd probably try to kill us.
Yeah, that's why he was like, you can't be in the room with him.
I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, he might have just been really pissed off that we let him get murdered.
That might have been it.
That was probably a part of it.
He says that like all the people that they clone, they have that same experience. They all come out feral, and it's right after they were ripped apart alive and eaten alive. Okay, well now we don't even have a camera, but we do have audio. So we're rescuing Ares.
Yeah, we were finally getting off the island through this. It's like a tunnel that just it stretches underneath the. What is that area called?
Metrotown Mall.
Sure.
The Georgia Strait?
Yeah, the Georgia Strait. There's a underwater tunnel in the Georgia Strait.
Yeah, the Secret Project. It was part of the Kameno Project. Look up the African Teleportation Webway and the Omega Furnaces, and you'll find it.
Do you know anything about the tunnels to City Hall?
Yep.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, they were built back during the 50s. You know what? That's like a side topic. We're
talking about it right now.
No. These tunnels are different from the tunnels that we were using, alright? And actually, when you're on the train, if you look out to the left, if you're heading towards Waterfront, you can actually see one of the secret exits. Like, it's disguised, and it looks like it's just like a truck ramp, right? We had to travel across this tunnel. We wanted to make sure that we didn't get caught by the cannibals, because they were aware.
Yeah, Ares on leash.
Yeah, we had to bind his hands, and he was just like snarling. He was making like the sounds of like a tiger.
Yeah,
my bad, a lion.
It was also it was also really weird because he was like making these sort of cryptic noises of like they were almost like words, but it was like, oh, why did you it was like him making these really weird noises with his mouth. He was like, "Why did you let me be taken?" Like in that sort of way. It was very, very bizarre. We don't fully know what it means.
Not sure why he would be saying that.
He was like, "That really fucking sucked." He used a swear word though. I heard that. Like I got that one. Mm-hmm. He said, "You guys are bad friends." I heard you guys ranking our kill levels.
Yeah, I remember he called me a cunt. Yeah, he was very upset that we sacrificed him. I mean, like rightfully so. Like I should have. I mean, I think that the cannibals, like, I think they pointed at me, but we were like, no, he's acidic.
He's got barf all over his mouth.
Y'all smell him? That's corn pops.
And they're like, okay, shower. We're getting you tomorrow. So I didn't shower.
When we came out of the tunnels and like, basically we were home free, we realized we couldn't take Aries home.
No.
Because it's a long way, actually.
A long way, and also we didn't really want his family to know what had happened. Also, it was my birthday. Like, we hadn't even had cake yet. Like, it was just like, you know.
Yeah, that was a wild night.
I feel like no one was thinking about me at all. Like,
Aries kind of ruined your birthday in a way. by turning feral.
Well, the party had to go on. We hit up.
Yeah. We went to celebrities. It was kind of fun. We also went to the junction.
Yeah, I remember that.
Best part was the forest, okay? Because then we could take Aries off the leash.
Oh, that was so great. He immediately he ran up a tree, immediately, and then he howled. He just howled. And I was like, that is so cool. And I thought I got it on camera, but no, I didn't. My phone like died and the data was deleted, so.
At this point, it was probably like maybe 4 a.m.
Did we happen upon a rave?
I would never go to a rave.
Yeah, we went to 2 raves
You
that night.
would go to a girl rave, and you would go to a boy rave. So don't say that.
The rave was in the forest.
Yeah. It was a bush party.
I managed to get him down from the tree. He clawed Chris.
Ow.
And then he ran to the sound that you heard, which was the girl rave.
So basically, the girl rave, it was in this little alcove in and then there were like teens there, and I was sort of uncomfortable because I was like, hey, this is Olivia's party. Why are there teens here? You guys gotta go home. And then they did.
The theme was very, very pink. It was very,
but it was also so dark. Yeah.
Pink and dark. Like, it felt like we were in, someone's living room with all the lights off.
It was weird because it was outside, but it did feel like someone's living room with all the lights off. Yeah, no, it was a really good.
So then, there was some calls being placed about the girl rave. People were being bitten by Aries. I tried to, contain him, but it wasn't good enough. Cop cars showed up. Aries ran into the forest. He was running back towards the bridge, and we're like, "Damn, Aries, you can run." We managed to get an Uber. So then we got on and we were like, follow that man. And the guy was like, all right. At one point, Aries was on all fours. That was crazy.
Galloping.
He was like galloping.
Oh, was that Chris? Oh, that might have been Chris. We might be able to do a call with Chris.
Yeah, he would tell.
Chris, we're just getting to the part of the story where we get to the boy rave. We just left the girl rave. And okay, so this is the part where like Aries, it was like he picked up the smell of testosterone coming from this boy rave. It was like fenced in. He dug a hole and he got underneath into the boy rave. Chris actually got out of the car and went into he got into the dirt. He went underneath the fence with him. So Chris, you got a really good look of the boy rave. So yeah, sorry, you can continue.
What did the boy rave look like?
You know what it looks like, or how dogs don't see color, but they kind of see a little bit of color.
Yeah.
It looked like that. The entire thing, all the boys. There weren't actually a lot of boys there.
It was mostly dogs. You're right. Oh my god.
It was actually, that was the misleading part. There was a lot of dogs. Like, I think me and Aries were outnumbered. Like, yeah, I think that's why he was on all fours. He wasn't actually. I don't know if it was actually the testicles he was smelling or whatever you said. During in his trance, he smelled another dog.
So Chris, because we weren't able to get in there, because you were the only one that was like small enough to actually get under the fence. You and Aries, you guys were like the smallest of the group.
That's true. We are both wings.
You're right. Yeah, like Chris went total panther mode and he just like sleeked himself under that. Like Chris could be like more of a panther while Aries is a lion.
When I got like up close, because of like the dog vision I was having, it was actually like it wasn't dogs. It was like people dressed as dogs.
Oh, Christ!
Furries.
Yeah. It was a furry convention.
Oh wait,
it was a furry convention rave.
Oh my god, that's
during COVID.
That's
yeah,
why you guys had to dig in
rave.
because it was literally fucking Canada Place.
Yeah, there's also the pheromones. So
the furry moons.
What else happened in there?
I don't want to speak of that.
Oh no, you're right. You're
Ew.
right. No, it's hey, let's not yuck any yums.
A lot of yucks were yummed. They also realized we clearly didn't fully belong there. Even though Aries like was on his all fours, thinking he was a dog, he didn't have the suit. Maybe if he had a tail, we could have passed, but neither of us had that. Thankfully, I left mine at home. So they went at us like.
So
yeah, they like full on like just like sprinted at us. They were all really short, like you know, me and Aries are both like what, 5'2", something like that.
You guys are
not 5'2". Y'all are taller than that.
Yeah, 4'7", whatever. And then the furries, they were all like ants. I think they were maybe it was an ant convention. I'm not sure.
Oh, like Ants Canada?
They weren't that small, but they were still pretty small.
It was dark. I don't.
It was dark and it was purple.
We ran up to the door. Fortunately, although Aries didn't bring his tail, he did bring a bone. And one of the furries wanted Aries' bone.
Hey, yo, Aries, I see you around this warehouse. Come on, give me your bone.
He would have taken that from the island.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I actually remember him grabbing it. Yeah, so anyways, Aries boned the dog, and then the dog was on our side. And this dog was actually a security dog.
Say Aries
so he had the key.
Sorry, can you say that one more time?
Yeah, Aries gave the dog his bone.
Oh, yeah.
Aries boned the dog.
Knick-knack, paddywhack.
So Aries gave
it.
Yeah, he boned it.
You guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But the rest of the dogs were still going after us. So that was why we were yelling quite a bit.
Of course.
I think that whole experience scared the feralness out of Aries, because after that, like, he seemed pretty sober. Like, after you guys came out, I mean, like, sober but terrified.
Yeah, I think that he was starting to come into grips with his new reality, being a clone after being eaten by cannibals.
I also got him a Red Bull, and that seemed to help.
Yeah, maybe that was it. It was just the Red Bull.
Aries loves his caffeine.
Oh,
caffeine. Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
And then what did we do after?
Is that when we had cake, or is that later?
We must have had cake at that point, because I was pretty upset that my birthday was ruined.
So we had cake and Red Bull for breakfast.
So what was so sweet after my birthday being ruined and we were having cake, everyone, turns out they had presents to give me. Mm-hmm. So I'll let you guys take turns saying what you got me after this whole fiasco. Like the fact that you guys were able to like scavenge these really unique gifts for me from this adventure, it means a lot to me, and I think it kind of like amended all of the horrible feelings I was having about my birthday being ruined.
Yeah, I'll just start out with I'll just say like what I actually got you. We were at the girl rave, and there was a stand there, and they're like selling like girl rave branded merchandise, and it was this cool like jacket. It was like pink, had these like magenta hearts all over it. It was very cool, and I was like, Olivia would like this. And I bought it for $4,000, and I gave it to her.
Really expensive.
Yeah, well, that's how they're able to afford the
girl rave.
The girl rave.
It's a girl rave merch, dude.
Yeah, girl rave merch,
is
officially
pricey.
Branded, and you know, like that the resale value on that
is nothing.
Yeah, so I gave her a present. It was a little like messed up from the night we had, but yeah, it was a fursuit. Yeah, it's a little bit small since again it's like an ant-sized fursuit, but
it fits in the palm of my hand. This fursuit is so small.
What did you get? What did you talk about what you got, Olivia.
So I actually got this from our captor. He gave me a bunch of like gave me a bunch of like sample sizes of Pink Whitney when he first got on. Like I did see him get on. I thought he was just a friend of Olivia's. Because I don't know, Olivia just sort of hangs out with really anyone she can get her hands on. So yeah, so basically got a bunch of those, and then he also happened to have the Angel Stone, which is like one of the final.
It's one of the Infinity Stones.
Infinity Stones that Olivia needed to complete her not really a resurrection, just sort of like every 23 years she has to like renew her body just to stay relevant, because it's meant to bring it's meant to bring good vibes.
It's the good vibe stone. No one really knows what the Angel Stone does. We'll figure it out.
We're gonna figure it out.
Well, I think that wraps up my birthday adventure, because it was like after that we just kind of went our separate ways and the party was done, and y'all are here and alive today to tell it, which is cool, and I'm excited to be able to share this story online with anyone who wants to listen to it.